What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we need to look at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Now, specifically, what we need to look at is the video that I made yesterday. I accidentally did the same color, but bear with me. But I made a video, which as you guys can see, XRP Ripple holders, even more breaking news, more rate hikes, and then what else did I say here? I'm going back on my word, must watch, and I am going back on my word, and I am now a strong believer that the correction was going to happen, and I'm glad I made a video yesterday letting you guys know about the potential drop that we're going to see. The way the inflation data worked when it came out, we saw an immediate run and rally within most of the major cryptos, a very, very, very small rally at that, and the same thing within the S&P 500. But just as quickly as we went up, we kind of hit a top on the S&P, and I was like, this doesn't look good at all. We're hitting a major top resistance here, and we're not actually closing the daily candle above it. And because we didn't close the daily candle above it, that meant, okay, this is not going to end well for the S&P 500 and crypto. And the second I saw us close right here 3 days ago or 4 days ago, right here, below this major resistance in a red candle, I knew we were going to be reversing right back down just as quickly as we came. I was about 80% bearish on this. I said I had a bearish bias, and I'm glad I did because we immediately started to reverse downwards. We also have a few positive trades that we can actually enter or entered, which is actually really cool. So you can see here on XRP, we immediately got rejected the past couple of days here, and today we're actually starting to trend below here. We're getting very, very, very close to buying in for a short position here on XRP. Hopefully we can close the weekly on Sunday below here, which is where I expect this to happen. You can immediately see after the inflation data came out, we immediately rejected off this and are now starting to correct lower, and it's carrying itself over to Ethereum, which confirmed yesterday, closing us below this beautiful uptrend that we had here. You can see closing here was pretty much confirmation that we're probably going to dip lower, and if we can close tonight exactly where we are, this is going to scream correction to the downside. Bitcoin as well is not looking too good either. Immediate reversal off this. You can see where we flipped, and as I said before, when we have a drop into an ascending fractal, it typically has a bearish bias, and here we are reversing that back down below it, but here we are retesting bottom support here, but we've broken outside of the ascending fractal. I'm now a strong believer we are going to see a dip and a correction back down, so prepare yourself ASAP. This is another early warning video for you guys, but with that all being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. Super quick, guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, I just dropped a new video on my second channel this morning. Make sure to go check it out. Link is down in the description. As I figured, most of you guys or everybody that watches these videos are into crypto, and typically when you're into cryptocurrency, you're also kind of more on the independent side of things, where you don't necessarily enjoy the government taking control of everything that you own and have here. And with that comes, being your own prepper in case of emergencies and stuff like that, which, I kind of am too. And I dropped a new video which is basically talking about this new generator that I found that's actually able to create endless free energy. Doesn't use gas or any sort of natural gas like that, which is insane. I've never seen a device like this. So if you're into prepping for potential emergencies or going off grid, you need, and I mean you need, to watch this video. Link is down in the description to my second channel here, but I highly recommend you check this out because I was shocked when I found it. So make sure to check this out. I actually used this during Hurricane Ian, so make sure to check that out. Moving forward here into today's video, you can see top 10 cryptocurrencies. Everything is starting to dump. You can see we're down 3.34%. Everything is starting to fall off that bridge that we were waiting for. This is expected. Major drop on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on BNB, XRP, Doge, Cardano, Matic, Polkadot. Everything is starting to dump. You can see we're down about 3%, 5%, 5%, 4, 5, 5. Everything is slipping. And you can see BNB is down 13.8. Doge is down 15%. Things are really taking a hit and really getting hit hard. Now, the reason we're expecting this and the reason I believe this was looking at the S&P. So yesterday or 2 days ago, I was very, or I think it was 4 days ago, my apologies. This took place right here. I was very, very close to putting my money back in. So just to give, you guys some context to this, a couple weeks ago, I put a lot of money into my individual brokerage, getting ready to buy in on the S&P 500. But the way these signs were all looking was screaming, we might be at a top here, and typically being at a top here, wait for the drop and then put my money in. And I've been waiting patiently for this to happen. Now, Had we have closed this major resistance yesterday, or when the inflation data came out, I believe it was on the 13th, so a couple of days ago, 3 days ago, when that news came out, I was going to be buying in if we closed the daily above here. That's not what happened. We didn't close above here, and we actually closed right below it, which screams we are not breaking through this resistance anytime soon. And just as quickly as that information, that bullish information came out, we've now fallen quite a bit on the S&P. From its peak to bottom, we're down about 5.5% here, 5.5%. And this makes a lot of sense. Now, there's multiple reasons why I believe this. First reason for bearish correction, which is why I've been biased, off dumps like this, we form ascending fractals here. These typically are bearish biases, which cause correction, which is what we're experiencing now. Secondly, in the past year, we've had uptrends, and once we confirm closing below this uptrend here, which you can see we did right here, we typically tend to correct and continue to drop over here as well. So that's what I was expecting. Then when I jump to the weekly here, you can see multiple reasons why we're seeing more correction here. We have this major descending fractal here, which you can see has continuously ping-ponged itself off that major resistance up here. And now that we're retesting it again, the past 1, 2, 3, here's the fourth retest, usually is going to act bearish here. This purple band is acting major bearish here, and you can see we rejected off of it last week, and this week is also rejecting, and here we are falling lower. Not to mention then also add the 12-year ascending fractal that we've had since 2008, 2009 here in this uptrend, and this is also screaming potential correction, potential pullback to the downside here. And as you guys can see, we hit that top resistance, and we're also pulling back down. Then throw in the fact that we're below the moving averages here, also screaming rejection. Then we have a price ceiling, also screaming rejection. So there's like 8 reasons to say we're dropping to the downside very quickly here. Now, the reason this affects crypto and why I tell you guys about this all the time is because this has a major influence on the markets here. This is where most of the money is, and it seems to be pulling cryptocurrency down with it. So with this 3-day drop here, you can see Bitcoin is having the same drop here. It's identical. We had 1, 2, 3, drop. Bitcoin, drop. Ethereum, drop. XRP, drop. So, I mean, if you guys are going to say this isn't correlated and that we don't need to look at the S&P, you do what you want to do here, but this is what I'm dealing with. Now, for XRP, we're getting very close to be buying in long on this. As you guys know, there's about, I would say, 2 days left. Let's see, I'll zoom in right now so you can get that better view. 2 days and 11 hours left. On Sunday, we'll know when to be buying in and when to be shorting here. But as I've said in the past here, and I'll refresh this for those new to the channel here, we're in this problem, we're in this predicament where over a year now, we've had this major purple band acting as resistance. And for the 5 times we've retested this, we've done nothing but break bearish and fall off of it. So here we are again, retesting that same price level right now, retesting that same resistance here, which is why I'm so skeptical that we're going to be breaking bullish. The only way I would be buying in is if we confirm closing a weekly below this, or above this, sorry. Because as you can see in the past, we've closed daily candles above here, but we ended up actually wicking below here by the end of the week and closing below. So that screams the same thing happening now. Had we have closed the weekly, and we still have the opportunity in the next 2 days to close us closer to 43 or just outside of this purple band on the weekly, I'd be buying in for a long. Problem is that's not happening right now, and there's a very good chance that come Sunday night when we close where we currently are, we could even fall sooner than that, but conservatively waiting till Sunday, there's a good chance we're going to immediately dump down to 31 cents, if not even lower here, which is very scary, and I don't want to see it, but it is very possible that 31 cents could be the bottom. Hopefully it's like this and then we break up, or hopefully this is all that happens here, but there's still a big possibility of a 16-cent XRP happening very soon. So be patient, because come Sunday, we'll be knowing when to buy in and when to sell, so on and so forth. Obviously doing so on BitYard, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. As you guys know, they offer XRP, which really no exchanges offer. You could buy long, sell short, create stop losses, take profits, and even leverage this, which is incredible, which not many exchanges offer as well. The best part is they offer a demo account, and if you sign up with the link down in the description below, click mystery box after sign up, and you can get free crypto, which is awesome too. But that's pretty much it for now. As you guys can see, if we can close the weekly, this is the daily candle, but if we can close exactly where we are on the weekly, this is going to scream drop to 30 cents very quickly, and that's what I'm paying attention to. Same thing with Ethereum and these other cryptos. We closed tonight here. This is a buy-in signal for a major drop down to 1,040. Bitcoin closing where we are, if not lower, down to 16, is another scream of buy-in for a short to the downside here. Everything is bearish right now, and the S&P is most likely, there's a good chance we'll consolidate here. But I just want to show you my reference here. So you can see in the past here, we had a beautiful uptrend, and I'm just showing you how similar the markets are reacting on the S&P. We had this beautiful ascending fractal off a drop. Keep this in mind. Look at the similarities here. This is what I want you to pay attention to. So moving forward, now let's look at this point here. We had a drop, very similar to the first one, and now we have an ascending fractal right here. So we know that those are identical and we should pay attention to them. Then moving forward here, off this drop now, what happens? We hit resistance. We break bearish outside. We close below this uptrend here. And then we start to fall. Where do we go? Down to the moving average, which had a bullish cross here, but we fell down to the moving average, bounced off of it, and fell lower. Well, let's look right now. We fell. We broke below the uptrend. And then what happened right after that? We hit a bullish cross, moving average, bounced off. And guess what's next? As you guys can see, what's typically next here is a pull down right to here. So what I'm expecting is a pull down right to here. I'm expecting 3,700 to be next. And then obviously we'll see how much lower we go. There's a very good chance this could easily do something like that moving forward here. And then we'll see where we go from that. But this is truly what I'm waiting for to see happen here and why I have not bought in yet, because I am a strong believer and firm believer that we are going lower. And this is going to drag crypto with it. But otherwise, that's going to wrap up today's video. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.